I missed my calling. I should have been a game show host.
Yeah, you would have been great. You have to choose to be the lights, the brightness, the happiness, the good. We have to choose to be the solutions. We have to choose to be the people that hold it up when everything is fallen apart. There just has to be a white to the black, a light to the dark. It just if we don't choose to be that and we don't act that way and we don't step into those shoes, who's going to do that, right? So you almost have to pick your team and say, look, I'm gonna be on this team and I'm gonna be committed to this and I'm gonna go forth every day with this torch or with this torch. And it's just a choice.
And I'm not advocating telling knock jokes at a funeral, but
no, that's probably not the right place.
But it is a choice. You're exactly right. So I've got one final question for you. And by the way, your insights that you've shared with us are really good stuff. If you had a bit of advice to offer somebody, young professional or whatnot, what is there a hack or an action that they can take today or tomorrow, first thing tomorrow, that would basically make a difference? For example, you've heard, I can't remember his name, Admiral Mc, I'm going to have to edit that part in, but the Admiral basically said, get up and make your bed. Just that one single act, that have that one success, that one paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing in that brief little first 90 seconds of your day.
So I think understanding that hack is part of my answer, because when you get up and you make your bed first thing in the morning, you're actually inducing your dopamine system.
Yes.
And when you trigger your dopamine system, you're triggering your motivation for the day. So I think it's really important to understand how to stay happy, how to get motivated, how to have more energy. And people don't realize that by getting enough sleep, you are enabling yourself to do so much more than people who aren't getting enough sleep. When you eat nutritiously, you are enabling yourself to do so much more than people who don't eat nutritiously. When you work out, people will say to me, you work out all the time. How do you have so much energy? I have so much energy because I work out, because I'm giving my body the energy that it needs. So I think, for example, you say, well, how do I have happy hormones all through the day? It is so important when you wake up to get that morning sunlight in your eyeballs first thing. And that will trigger the right hormones in your body to help you be happy all day long. So I think studying like our hormone systems and how they work and our neurotransmitters and how they work is really intelligent, because you start to learn, here's the different things that I need to do in order to get the results that I actually want to get, instead of things like, oh, I feel really bad, so I'm going to drink some alcohol and I'm going to numb myself to not feel bad. Well, do you understand what that's actually doing to your system? Because that is a depressant. And so if you're depressing your system, then, is that really helping you long term, or is that just a short term fix? And if you really want to be productive, and if you really want to achieve results, and you really want to conquer big things in this world, you need to be on your A game. And your A game means really taking care of yourself, and putting your health first, and understanding that, so that you are enabled to have a really sharp brain and have hyper focus and have a lot of energy to get a lot of things done, to be happy, to engage with the world in an energetic way. Like, people think, oh, you were just born happy. And it's like, no, we work at these things every day. We do all these things regimentedly every single day to make sure that we can approach and attack the world in a meaningful way. So my advice to young people is to take your health seriously, figure out how to get it right. Everybody's body is different. But if you care about that and are setting yourself up in that way, you will have long-term success.
Wise words in there. I'm wearing my slenderizing black today, so it feels like I'm happier than I am right now. But But anyway, Brandy, thank you so much for everything you've shared with us today. This is a fun little episode. Those of you who are interested in volunteering and doing something to help a fellow human being, there's never a perfect time to go and do that. You can spend the next 30 minutes rationalizing why there's not a good time to do it. Things aren't perfect. I'm busy doing this, or I'm busy doing that. Or you can just get off your little hiney and go help somebody. And I guarantee you, one of those choices will feel better than the other. So if you have an opportunity to go do something in your neighborhood, do something for somebody, open a door for somebody, go and do it. If you're looking for something to do and don't know where to go, look us up, Texas Day Peru. Go to www.texasdayperu.org. Like I said, we send teams of surgeons down to Peru, do surgeries for the poor, help a lot of people, change a lot of lives, and have a whole lot of fun doing it. But there's a lot of work that we do here in the States as well. So we need clinical volunteers and we need non-clinical volunteers as well. So if this is something that you're interested in or want to learn more about it, I'm always happy to talk about this with everybody else. So today's guest was Brandy Schade. Brandy, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you to the cats also. I think 3 of the 5 have made an appearance. So
that is too funny. all up on the back of the chair.
I was like, yeah, it's like, you know, when somebody's taking a picture, somebody coming in and photobombing you. Yeah, you've been cat bombed.
That is great.
Anyway, Brandy, thank you again for joining us. Really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me today.
All righty, we'll see you soon. And that's where we'll cut it. Now we need to let the computer. We need to talk for a minute so we can let the computer sync up all the stuff.
We're just gonna have cats in the video.
Absolutely. Unless you feel that's professionally horrific.
That is just so funny. They're like, "Oh, the camera's on. We're up."
Oh, it's time.
Yeah, we're gonna crawl up the back of the chair and be in the video.
Well, actually, the episodes where something like that happens, or we have make dumb jokes about something, those are the better episodes anyway.
Yeah, so. I mean, it's real life, right? It's like, all right,
it's real-ish.
Keep going through the distractions. A llama?
We own a llama suit, and you can too.
Okay.
It's all about the founding of Texas Day Peru and basically getting off your unqualified butt and going and help somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you said on here, there's no better time to help somebody. You were talking about that. I was like wanting to blurt out like now, because I mean, every day that's all I try to do. With everything I'm doing, it's just like, how do I help somebody? How do I help somebody? How do I help this person? How do I help this person on my team succeed? How do I help this client succeed? It's just, if you just add value and try to help people succeed, man, you just can't lose. Such a
I agree with that
formula. Yeah.
I made a post the other day, just a LinkedIn video post, basically talking about the 2 things that Texas A&M teaches that are good. One, opening door, saying howdy to everybody, acknowledging a fellow human being that you're walking by. And then the second, opening doors for people. And my challenge was, let's make a habit of this. Invite 2 or 3 people to make a commitment to open just one more door for somebody today, either literally, figuratively, or metaphorically.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And what sort of wonderful and magical things will happen as a result of
that?
It
is magical. It is magical. Because what people don't realize too is that when you open that door for somebody, not only does that person get the opportunity to do whatever, they get to do now, you just made a huge impression with that person, but also with the person that you reached out to ask to open the door. You put them in a position of having to help and serve, which is healthy. And they saw you help another human being and right? Like there's just all this ripple effect that comes from that. So it is such a strong message.
Oh, absolutely. We preach that all the time. If I help one woman, it's not just the one woman on the operating table.
That's exactly right.
It's her family of 5 or 6 who don't have to care for her anymore.
Yeah.
It's the family it's the kids of that family that can go to school because they don't have to work in a field because mom's too sick to work.